Tony Tokumbo Fernandez. You know we get him out.
Once again, it's Sunday, the 27th of April. We're here at the White Lion in Streatham. AFRICA4U, in conjunction with Zimlink, conducting video interviews with upcoming role models and people making a difference within our society. And today I'm joined by another upcoming artist. She is a performing artist, a singer, a songwriter, a poet, a graduate of psychology from the University of Kingston. Her name is Jen Titilola Sweeness. Welcome to AFRICA4U. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to meet you finally in person.
Likewise.
And I'm sure our listeners around the world are keen to know more about you and a bit about your background and your heritage.
Okay, yeah, I'm very happy to be here and share this with you, you know. I'm always performing, I'm always trying to, you know, put my music out there and get involved with more events like this that bring the youth together and try and encourage them to, you know, do something with their lives, more positive and you know, follow their dreams. And I think there's not enough of that in our community, and I think the more that we try and bridge that gap, it's the better, and work together, that's what we need.
Now, you're a poet, you're also a singer and a songwriter. What kind of subject matters and themes normally runs through your poetry and your music?
It's a mixture of things. I mean, I've always written lyrics from when I was young, from the very beginning, from as long as I can remember. I know a lot of the poetry that I wrote when I was young, I never even thought of reading it or doing spoken word, and it's only maybe in the past year that I've met so many like-minded musicians and writers, and they've encouraged me to, you know, maybe speak out my poetry, and that's what I've decided to do, because it is another part of myself where I choose to express myself. But I mean, when I was a lot younger, I found that a lot of my poetry was very, in a sense, dark, because I did find that I wrote about things that were going on in the world, in the community that I felt affected by. You know, being from East London as well, I always found that there was a lot of young people that lost their way, ended up, you know, taking drugs or selling drugs, or, you know, getting involved with the wrong crowds, and it upset me. And it also upset me that there wasn't enough stuff done to communicate to the youth how they can be helped and shown that, you know, a different way of life and a different path to go down. So I find a lot of the stuff that I write is sort of mixture of things that affect me personally and that I find that go on in the world. Or then I also do like to write a lot about love. I mean, I've been in a relationship myself for the past 10 years, and luckily for me, the guy that I'm in a relationship with, my partner and I have been together for so long, and it's been good. And, you know, a lot of the time that doesn't happen. You know, a lot of the time, especially young people, they're frivolous, and you know, they don't believe in, you know, really investing your time and effort in something, you know. And I think when you're in a relationship, you're going to have ups and downs, you're going to have bad times, there's going to be times when you hate that person, but the more that you try and the more that you put an effort in that relationship, eventually, hopefully, you can work together, and it can be a union of, you know, beautiful things, and that's what I found anyway.
Okay, now you're going to read 2 short poems for all our listeners around the world. What's the first poem called, and what inspired you to write this poem?
It's touching on kind of what I just said. This poem is called Dreams, and I have got a song that I'm working on as well, and I might try and incorporate this verse into that song. I'm not too sure at the moment, but the song's also entitled Dreams, and it is basically about the fact that I am trying to pursue this, you know, career as a songwriter and a singer, as an artist, and I've always been doing it for as long as I can remember. And I find I meet a lot of people that are also doing the same thing, and they, you know, you get disheartened when you get let down and you don't always get that opportunity that you think is right for you. But it's kind of a poem to sort of tell people not to give up. And, you know, if it's a dream that you really want and it's worth fighting for, then you shouldn't give up on it.
So this is Dreams by Sweeness on AFRICA4U. Let's hear it, Jen.
Okay, so it's easy to give up. It's so easy to give in. Feels better when you face your fears. Keep on fighting through those tears. Your shoulders will feel lighter with each enlightening moment. And with each careful step you take, conviction, yes, you'll own it. Never be ashamed of moments of fear. It's what you do in these moments people hold dear. Darling, no one ever remembers the cowards. No, the ones who bask in all the glory are the heroes. So be a hero for your dreams. Grip them tightly at the seams, for they will lift you higher than you've been before, and through wish-soaked clouds you will soar.
That's a fantastic poem with beautiful stylistic devices and metaphors.
Thank you.
What's the second poem called?
The second poem is called You and Me, touching on the subject of love, and it's a little bit about, you know, the trials and tribulations that you go through when you're with someone, that you love them, and for all intents and purposes, you are a unit. Because when you're with someone for that long, you're no longer just yourself. You're you and me. So yeah, that's what it's about.
So it's You and Me by Jen the Sweeness on AFRICA4U. Let's hear this one.
You and me and you, us. There is no you without me. There is no me without you. As leaves are to trees, as fishes are to the sea, so are we, meant to be, together. The yin to my yang, the salt to your pepper, the ray to my shine, the warmth in your sweater. We surround each other with love and affection. No, we need no direction. Together we are better. You need me, I need you, like flowers need the rain. We drive each other insane, but we wouldn't have it any other way. You and me and you, us.
I like the metaphors, I like the similes, I like the flow.
Thank you very much.
Keep me posted of all the great work you're doing in the community. On a final note, if people want to get to know more about you, are there any social media platforms they can reach you on?
Definitely. I mean, I think the best way to get in touch with me nowadays is Twitter. I'm always tweeting. People tell me I tweet too much, but I mean, if I've got something to say, I'll say it. So, and it's usually always positive. So yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, it's at DASWEETN, and then it's EZZ. So that's at the Sweetness, all one word, all lowercase. And you'd be able to keep up with all my upcoming events, when I'm gigging next. I'm usually always sharing all the information about where I'll next be performing on my Twitter and stuff like that. So yeah, come and follow me.
Keep up the great work. Lovely to meet you. And see you.
Yes, thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
The exchange of information and knowledge through film and media. Zimlink, baby.